Hello? So, just letting you guys know I am here, but let's just see what we can do here. I keep crashing Minecraft. So not entirely sure what I have done to it. Yeah, that's just one of those days.
Welcome.
Put that there. So in the meantime, I'm going to take the time to say hello to everybody on here. Let's see who we got. Tom Radio with the party of 14, and sorry, welcome on board, everybody. Good to see you all. Hopefully Tom was having a good time today. If someone could clue me into what he was up to, that would be very much appreciated. Let's see what else we got. Fantastic Sherlock Fox, I thought was in a meeting, but welcome, good morning. And for Geek Out, it says, how about Rolling Stone? 2 music magazines. Yeah, that's a good one. Rolling Stone's probably the most well-known. And good day to you, Bob Reen. How are you? Hopefully your day went well. It's better than mine, but it's not hard at the moment. Just try to see what it is I might have on that broke Minecraft, because, yeah, I'm a little surprised. It's okay. Things were launching yesterday, and now they don't launch. Life is like that sometimes, I suppose. Okay. Try again. This is supposed to be one of those ongoing project type days. So, yeah, hopefully things are working all right. Sound is a little bit janky today. I'm not currently... Oops, sorry, wrong one for you guys. I want to turn on my monitor, not turn off your ability to hear sound. There we go. That's better. Oh. Interesting electro swing choice. All right. So I'm loading into Minecraft, and we'll cross our fingers this actually works this time. Maybe kind of, sort of. Nope, it crashed again. So, we'll give it one more shot. What on earth did I accidentally enable that I don't want? Maybe? Sorry, I'm very puzzled because it was launching yesterday. And I haven't changed anything since then. Other than to say, hey you, please launch. All right. Let's... I have a guess. If this round doesn't launch, I've got one more guess. But, yeah. If we had to go totally vanilla, we could go totally vanilla. We would just have nothing useful done today. That's okay. Useful is overrated. As far as music magazines go, I was never really into them. So I was aware of Rolling Stone, but possibly a I was gonna say Teen Beat, but it's not, because it's not really a music magazine as such. It's more of a teenage thing. Okay, well, as you can see, we may have life. Yay! I do not know what I launched that doesn't like me. Lobby's up! Yay! That's good. He thinks I have 7 worlds. That's not really true. Alright, so what we're going to have today is just a day full of running around and doing pottery stuff. Just mostly for sanity reasons. But also that we've got some ongoing projects that need some more materials, so we're going to go with that. And then I'll show you what I'm up for the weekend. Oh, weekend. Right. That other thing I forgot to do. Stream weekend. Where am I? Properties? I think this is the correct one. Let's take a look and see. Is that the right schedule? Yes, it is. Woohoo! Alright, so as you can see, there's a stream weekend going to be happening this weekend on Saturday and Sunday. I will be on one of those days, Saturday, I guess, and 9 p.m. EST, which is 7 p.m. my time, which is a little awkward at our house, just because we've got people over that day. But yeah, It's gonna be, it'll be interesting. We'll make it work. Oh, for Pete's sake, Bobby. What the heck? Okay, well, apologies everybody for you getting stuck seeing that. While it's doing that, okay, what was I working on? I was... Oh, right. Okay, do we have escape mods sound? No. All right. Well, I guess I don't have a sound mod in here. That's okay. We'll just have to deal with Grony Pants. Okay, we're going to need more yellow concrete as always. Glass. What do I want glass for? I don't remember what I wanted glass for. It was something important at the time. Well, I've changed up my tags to, removed one that I think was causing me some problems, and put in two that were a little bit more accurate to what's going on around here. And what I mean by that is that, shush. What I mean by that is that some people have preconceived notions about certain tags, so I chose not to use those tags. We need... How's this project going? Oh, we're getting there. We're not that far off. Okay, so let's see what I can do about that. I need more lapis. That's what I was doing. Okay. Now I know where I'm at. I need more emeralds and more lapis. Alrighty. Perfect. Now, let's see. Okay, close this. D. Hey, it's clear. Woohoo! Okay. And Mel's up, but that doesn't necessarily mean she wants to be sleeping for me, so let's try and not rely on that today. Hello. Please, will you take everything? There you go. You too, sir? Will you please take iron? Thank you. Oh, see, Mel doesn't want to sleep for me. She ran off. That's fair. Can't blame her. I mean, hey, if we're not doing a whole lot that's in the danger zone, then why should she? Hey, Terrier Darts. Good to see you. Been a while. I apologize to Terrier Darts. They are fantastic coder. Sorry, let me correct that. I just swallowed the words. They are a great coder from their own work as well as the StreamUp team, which some people say StreamUp Tips, which has great plugins and such for OBS behaviors that you can run through SpeakerBot and StreamerBot. StreamerBot, more importantly. That said, where are we here? I need lapis. That said, I have actually been really bad and spent most of my, most of my time on their Discord, with their Discord muted, simply because I have too many Discords to keep up on. And so I've got one of those like FOMO things. If I don't mute something, I will freak out about not having all the information I need, which is totally untrue, but it's how I operate, unfortunately. So therefore, I have no idea what's going on in their Discord world. You know, that's the way life goes. But they have very kindly helped out and fixed a problem that I hadn't realized was not my causing. So yeah, all good on that front. Oh, I need another one of these to go like that. And I want those. Okay, let's go get rid of carrots. We're not going to spend all day trading. I mean, as much as I would absolutely love to do that, it's not something that works for you guys, so let's roll on through. Oh, duh. Right. Hindsight 2020 and all that. Okay, did you guys... Oh, you're not going to repair. Duh. You're not going to refill because I need to actually sleep. Morning or evening? Well, Bob and Terrier are in the same zone, so that probably helps your loose math box. And it sounds like you're a little busier than normal, so that's okay too. Morning from our point of view, I guess. Which reminds me, I'm going to save some of this music. Electro Swing, you guys have probably had, 25 or 30 minutes of it. I had one I wanted to try. Where is it? Discover music. You're gonna get weird tags as pages change, just because it's looking for page titles at the moment. You all. I wanted to try. Where did I see it? Kind of funny. In Epidemic Sound, they have certain playlists that they say trending on TikTok, and the number, I think there's one. Maybe let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 6, 18, 24. Of 25 playlists they claim are trending on TikTok, the majority of them have the word core at the end of it. It's like, okay. Everything from Bratcore to Barbiecore, that's kind of scary, to Royal Core. I'm not even sure I want to know what that is. They have vibey things. I'm like, what? I don't get that. Feel good classical. Okay, let's not. So what I was actually going to do is drop things way down, put everybody to sleep, and try a little bit of the Cozy Winter list. Ugh. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. That's a little too sleepy. I mean, after Electro Swing, that's a little rough. Okay, let's see. What's the other one I was looking at? There was one other one. Where did I see it? That. Huh. Sorry, okay, this one is a virtual world playlist, but the first song I love, it's Kitten on a Journey of Discovery. I was amused by the tags because one of the song tags is actually Sneaky. I thought that was just cute. But it sounds like somebody's been watching a little bit of, say, Little Kitty Big City or something similar. Terry, your comment to Fantastic Show of Flux reminds me a little bit of the conversation he and I had last night regarding when is it today still and when does it become tomorrow. And it's not just about time zones. We have a bad habit of staying up past midnight. We're not trying to. Like, we keep saying, hey, we're going to change that habit. It's not a great one, you know, never good to be doing that on and off, over and over, etc. But because my sensitivity of time is really messed up, we've talked about this before, but because my sensitivity of time is messed up, the plasticity has always worked better for me to say, tomorrow is after the sleep. And today is any time before the sleep. So even if you go to bed at like 2 in the morning, it still is today because you haven't slept. So when I say I'll take care of it tomorrow, and I really do legit mean the next day, the next day hasn't really existed for me until that. Now, Fantastic Sherlock Fox makes a good point, is that he has no choice at the moment but to be operating on a clock-based schedule because he deals with, out of the house in a job, with business that has to worry about time zones. So when you've got that on the go, then you don't really have many opportunities to worry about anything but actual clock hours. So, yeah, I can kind of see both sides of that story. I just, it's one of those I wish it wasn't the case type of things. Hello, you. Oh, you're sold for now? Aw. Okay. So, in any case, what that really comes down to is that sometimes he'll say, today, well, tomorrow, well, and they'll get kind of confuzzled. And really, neither of us is ever talking about anything that actually happens in the middle, like in a spot where we'd have overlap. But it's odd because every once in a while he'll say something that involves, tonight. But it will be that we haven't gone to bed yet. So which tonight is he referring to? The tonight of the clock or the tonight of the sort of experience, I guess, is probably a better way of putting it. And I would love to say that, everything runs easily if you talk about tonight of experience. And to some extent, that flexibility does work across time zones. But if you actually have to meet up for somebody at an appointment, of course it's going to need to be more firm. It reminds me, actually, you guys are well aware, I'm a huge fan of musicals. It reminds me of a line from the musical Jesus Christ Superstar, where something along the lines of, until this evening is this morning, life is fine. So, yeah, it reminds me of that. It doesn't necessarily mean there's actually much of a connection there. Okay, hey you, can I please buy stuff from you now? Thank you. And you too? Uh-huh. Okay, well, that's fine. Uh-huh, doesn't help anybody. Can I get more? I heard click click. No. No. Are we ever going to get this project done? Seriously. No wonder Swanky was asking for blocks of lapis for reverse sales of diamonds. Like, yeah, that's a pain. Hello, you. You want 18 carats, maybe? No. Okay. That's virtually empty of all the other things we can trade. Alright. So that's less amusing. Maybe... excuse me. Maybe Project-y. Excuse me. Maybe project-wise, I would be better off to... No, I need 36, please. We're just about there. Just about there. So once we get a second set of the emerald blocks, then I will swap out the beacon here. And for those that may not on the server be aware, I have completely forgot to tell anybody, so yeah, there's plenty that aren't aware. There is blah 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 a beacon in our sand mining area, courtesy of me. I decided just to leave it there. I went and bought another one for travel purposes. Just because the number of times I'm going to need sand this season is kind of stupid, so I figured I might as well. We need bone blocks. That's actually working far better than I expected, but that's probably... Oh. Well, that's not good. Oh, I know why. Yes. Okay. That makes sense. This should have... Well, seeing as I cannot reach the... Oh, what's the word? There's a chest above this one. Seeing as I can't reach that with from down here, and I can't open this one up here because there's a rail there, I wonder... I want to double check to make sure something is the case before I go to do it. 1, 2... I want to be able to turn off the ability for materials to get into the composter, like manually.
Hello.
This way. Hello, lass. How you doing? Been a bit. Ooh, and something is missing. Either I used it up or it's missing. I wonder what... Oh, I know what that was. Okay. That was the, I had one redstone lamp, and I'm not sure what I used it on. But that was actually used for tests like I was just going to do. But we will find another way to do it. So what I'm going to do here is just put 1, 2, and then throw one piece of redstone on top. Yoink. And if I put... Oh, whoops. Will it behave like one? Yes, okay, good. That's what I want to know. That's exactly what I want. Perfect. So what I want to do up here then, is I'm going to put in one more slab to make this hole block up there, and then shut this one here. Whoops. But it's not going to affect the rails above. I don't think the one above is a powered rail anyways. It really doesn't matter. But that way it should block off, in theory, that hopper. Okay, let's try this to make certain. If I do that, yeah, okay, good. So if I block that hopper, then that will force anything that comes in the system to go over here, which is what I want. Great. And then this side, I believe, is... Oh, there it is. The light's there so that I can see when things are jammed up. So that's full. And this one is full. And that's just doing its thing. Okay, so we've got a ways to go before this will be ever full. That's fine. That's exactly what I want. Great. Okay, good. We have a bad cold, but otherwise all good. Things are good with me. Reasonably, I'm off the meds. That sounds dumb, but the reason for it is because I'm very, very stuffed up and I'm not supposed to take decongestants along with my ADHD meds. Because apparently, both are stimulants in some way. I don't know, but whatever. It's not supposed to mix. And I'm not sounding it right now, but I can't take ADHD meds and the decongestants together. So therefore, I've been off the ADHD meds since Friday on purpose. Basically, it's an amphetamine. And long story short on those is just not good. So what I want to do is there is one that's been... It's been, what's the word? Approved in the US for usage with ADHD. It's supposedly a non-stimulant medication. So I might be able to do both together. But the problem is it takes a lot longer in Canada to get the stuff that you can get in the US. Like, so for example, it took nearly a year, I believe it was, in Canada to get access to the same meds that, like the same, generic that was available in the US for quite some time. So the drawback, of course, is that I'm stuck with this situation. So what I want to do this time around is before I talk to my GP about it, she's usually really cooperative in that front. So before I talk to her about it, what I'm going to do is wait until I'm confirmed. And I do keep an eye on it, but wait until I'm confirmed this non-stimulant one is available in Canada before I go and talk to her about getting it instead of the one I've got right now. So yeah. Okay, let's see. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Let's make those back into blocks. Blocks. Ooh, and I have 4 left. Okay, I'll do 4 more. Why not? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. So I need concrete. And I have sunflowers at the wazoo now. That's okay, but it'll do. Where did I put? We have sand. Okay, we're good on the sand. And gravel never matches up. Gee, I wonder why. Okay, sand at 22 and 33. Yeah. Let's leave that one and have 1 to 1. No, it's gravel. Okay, this one. Leave the gravel behind. That should be gravel. That should be gravel. That's excess flowers. Hopefully we'll have this figured out. Alright. And I'm squirreling for a moment, as usual. I don't like having things in my inventory that don't make sense. This one, you two can go up there. And Okay, just but everything else doesn't belong up there. That's fine. I can put that away. You know, it would be, given how prolific these are, it would be really nice if I had somebody in the villager space I could sell them to. But I can't remember if we do. Like, if we do, I don't remember it. If we don't, then I'm not surprised. Make sense? Yes. No? No. That's okay. No, no. Certainly not. Alright, what do I want to do here? I'm gonna drop off the excess of the potatoes. Can go up there. Carrots can go up there. Still working on the lapis, so let's just put that one down here. I don't need those blocks. White wool, you can go. Like, I'm still trading with that, so let's just leave it. Oh, no. I do hope that you are feeling better soon, because under the weather is no fun. Certainly not any time of year, but during the holiday season, it's even worse. Nobody wants to feel yuck in the holiday season. Because at minimum, there's just so much to do, right? We're all super busy. Okay, so this, we have these. I'm still working on that. This one can go here. So, as you guys may be aware, as you guys may be aware, I just crashed it. Wahoo! Okay, let's try launching again. As you may be aware, I've cut back the number of days I'm streaming, so that's why you didn't see me yesterday. Or nor on Friday, but Friday I hadn't made the decision yet. But I'm not going to be streaming on Tuesdays or Fridays anymore. And the 3-hour sessions are now down to 2 hours. And part of the reason for that is just, I know we have a gazillion, repeatable things to do. What is this? Whoa. Whoops. No, I don't want that. I have a gazillion repeatable things to do. But don't necessarily want to spend all the time on stream talking about that, and I tend to get really bummed out when I'm talking about those sorts of things. So I figured it's just easier. Fantastic Sherlock Fox actually helped me think it through. He's a really great sounding board when it comes to stuff like that. And so we just thought it through and sort of said, yeah, it is not necessary for me to stream as many hours as I do, so I'm just not going to. Now, that doesn't mean that we will always be like that, but, it allows me the opportunity to throw in, surprise to me, unscheduled pieces. Uh-oh, there it is. Yeah. It allows me to throw in extra streams if need be, if something does come up that's reasonable. So, apparently I have an FPS thing in the corner that you guys see, you're not supposed to see. Okay. No. I want... What am I looking at here? This one. This one. Where's the HUD? That's not the one. Cancel. No. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. Great. I want video options. Where is performance? Normally, what am I looking at? There it is. Perfect. So we have some pretty crummy FPS at the moment. That's okay, I guess. Oh, and that's not what's causing it. Huh. Yeah, it is. Okay, never mind. We're back. Alright. So yeah, we've been pretty crummy frames per second. We're seeing like 30, which is not ideal, but I did it to myself. And there's something really wrong upstairs. Yeah, something really wrong upstairs. Okay, let's dump these. The reason I say really wrong is I am seeing on my screen entity markers for bamboo that should not be as loosely all over the place as it's showing to be. Not anywhere near as many of them. Yeah, there's a lot here that should not be loose. I'm kind of curious how on earth that happened. Do I do. Okay. I'm just gonna break my way in there and see what's what. Well, that works, I guess. You, right here. Thank you. That one. It's not bamboo, that's sugarcane. I'm in the wrong one. Hee. That would explain a lot. Let's go to the right one. You know, that would be helpful. Where is everybody and why? Huh. I'm surprised that's the case, just because, normally, the hopper minecarts are able to suck through the block, so I'm kind of wondering what's gone sideways here. This, hopefully I can get that one without it going missing. Okay. Oh. Bamboo being bamboo. So. It's just simply that it didn't pick it up. All right. No, don't drop. I just simply, okay. Now technically, oh! I was trying to figure out what on earth was making things flippy flappy. Because I don't normally hear that. I often have those sounds turned off. Something on the sheep side is triggering the wall of... Okay. Something on the sheep side is triggering the wall of gates. Okay. Whoops. You. Right. Let's get out of here. Hello. Let me out. So really, it was just a matter of things being jammed up because they could, I suppose. That one. This. Whoa. Whoops. No. Way. That way. So, did I get an answer? No. But it will do as it does. What's this? Yeah, so things are gonna get stuck. Which is not good. I don't really want signs in there. And the thing is, if I let it shove straight across without those gates, it actually ends up on top of the other bamboo. So what I'm saying is I generally end up with the same problem regardless. Well, I guess I'll just have to live with it. Not much I can do. Okay. What we really need here... I was looking for a lapis to be able to finish this clock section, but we only had 11 pieces. I wanted more concrete to fill in the rest of the clock. There's a lot in behind there. And then I'm debating whether or not I want to put glass on the front. That's probably what the glass carrying was for. And really, I'd love to make this front edge gold, but yeah, that's not likely. I'm not carrying the correct garden tools, so I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. Does this thing still function? Well, sort of. Sort of. It hasn't outright utterly failed, so that's good news. Now, truthfully, in English, truthfully, I could potentially play around with the notion of a chunk loader. Apparently, there's a thing that I swear at some point somebody's going to get rid of, because server people will hate it. Okay, what did you just... Yeah. Fine. Server people will hate it, but apparently if you bounce a ender pearl on the top of a column of water with the air bubbles in it from soul sand, it will repeatedly stay up there, but because the ender pearl needs to be able to actually res you somewhere when it pops, so to speak, and actually hits the ground. So these sorts of things, like there's a soul sand here and there's the bubble column. Then in theory, if you have an ender pearl bouncing on top of that, then your chunk should stay loaded. So in other words, if I did the same thing by putting one of those, in the room, right in here, then at least this corner chunk would stay loaded. I don't know how wide that would work. I'm of two minds of it. In a solo world, I actually might try it. In a group world, I'm a little bit nicer than that. Meaning that I think that's mean to the server. But also, some say it doesn't work in Bedrock. Other people say it doesn't work in Java. Other people say it's just too fiddly to be worth your time. And because I'm not really technically using this for anything, it's more of a proof that I can do it, I guess. Oh, and there's an error in here. Just the way I'm looking at things? Yeah, just the way I'm looking at things. Okay, never mind. But because of that, then I think I should probably just leave this thing alone. Check on it from time to time. Make sure it's still functioning. But really should leave it alone. I'm a little bit addicted to checking on it. So at some point we're going to need to use it for something other than trading. But yeah. That's about the size of it. Oh, Bobby's back. Escape. Options. Video. General. Render distance. You can go because that has nothing to do with the server now. Excellent. Done. Back. So now, if I look out the nearest window, there we go. We can see everywhere again. That's good. What was I doing? Scrolling. Oh, gravel. Right. Concrete. Right. Okay. See? Squirrel. I actually thought about changing the tag that I use and setting it quite literally to squirreling. Decided that was kind of silly. Go. Another one? Okay. So I didn't, but it's tempting. It feels weird because this thing is slowly getting emptier and emptier and I keep forgetting what's supposed to be in it. One of these days I will make a list. Okay, I need to go outside. No, before I go outside, I need my bucket. Bucket, bucket. Where did I put my bucket? There we go. What's this? This is... Okay, that's the other project. Might as well take these to 11. It's not going to be very useful, but, you know, better than a kick in the pants. What are these? This is the this and that bin of all the stuff we need to put away. Oh! Okay, let's put that away. Or at least some of it. Yes, I'm scrolling. Going, I don't want to do this. Okay. This. Go up there. Gonna have that. I have a box for some of this. Mess. Where did I put the box? Oh, it's full. Huh. Yeah, it's full. That's why they're over there. Okay. Because I made more than I needed, so let's put those up here for now. Alright, I think that's enough. What's this? Numbers. Oh, that's a... That's a cleanup project. Right. I love having my this and that box because then when I end up with like zombies and so on. Okay. So let's put this one here. Yeah. Do that, it's going to annoy me. And that will probably remind me what it's for. If not, we'll figure it out later. Alright. Really going out the door now. Let's see. Aughts movies. Name 2 films directed by the Farrelly brothers. I don't even know one film by the Farrelly brothers. I haven't even got a clue who the Farrelly brothers are. Well, that's not going to be helpful. Whoa. So I'm just looking at my mini-map, showing villagers. That's just a few big villager heads. They're crazy big. Okay, yeah, 11 is not going to get us very far, but let's start with that. Dunk. Now where am I? Doo-doo-doo. Ow! Well, she came in a little fast. Do I have? Apparently I do. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, well, that's gonna go farther than I thought. Okay. So let's... that one out. Two. It will not actually go as far as I thought because I forgot that I was doing this double thick. Go. That one. That one's supposed to be blue. Hey. Okay, where are we here? This one, and then these two. Oh, right. Right. At least I ended at sort of an even spot, kind of. So if I go here... yeah. Now, how much of that can I pick up? That's another good question. Questions, where are they? This? Ow. Okay. Grab the ones down here. And then I think get more this way. I have no idea what song this is. This is a weird one. Oop. Oh, I made it. Yay! Alright. Let's ditch these 11. Go. That's all we got. Alright. Yeah, so we've just got that little bit in the corner that I need to trade for. But it looks like, based on the 11 blocks I brought in this time, we have at least 2 or 3 rounds of trading for that, which may not be great on stream. So we'll just see what we can do. What is in here? 6 lapis. Okay, so that would make 7 based on what I had. 2 bones for the thing. Okay, I will leave that one. It's an extra shulker. We have sand. We have gravel. Oh, and it's bedtime. Let's see. Thank you for rolling that again, Fantastic Shockbox. 3 characters from the Three Musketeers. It says live action, but frankly, I will take even the ones in the books. And I believe the Three Musketeers don't count, because if I remember correctly, it's yet another one with Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, which is totally not what we're looking for. Which is this? That's the blank. That one. Alright, so what can we get? Let's move some of these. Yeah. Take a whole row. Goodness, it's years since you read that. Not sure if you saw the movie. I didn't see the movie either. 6, 7, 8, 9. I did not see the movie either, but I think Fox might have read it. I'm not entirely sure. This one, this. I did it again. Okay, so we're getting more dye, and I forgot about that being the fact, honestly. Burp galore. We'll have more dye than we need till the cows come home, but that's okay, I guess. There. Let's just do a ton of this. No, I don't need that. Concrete powder. There we go, so we can make use of these. That's fine. Let's put those away for now. I'm willing to bet we're going to need more concrete powder than this, but you never know. So let's get going, and up we go. Remember the Count's last name? He's not a Count. Cardinal Richelieu? I mean, we've got the usual ones, right? You've got D'Artagnan is one of them. And that's the only one I can actually remember. Partly because the guy in the movie was cute. Sorry. Actually, frankly put, the majority of them were cute. The wannabe guy, who's like often pictured in some of these as the fourth musketeer, was not cute. But that's just the way life goes. They did that on purpose. So once again, as I mentioned before, I'm doing this as a single tower high because when I go multiple towers high, I get dizzy and motion sick, so we're just going to go with it. I'm looking forward to getting this clock done. I actually was going to work a little bit on this yesterday and didn't. I squirreled badly. I don't even know if there was a reason for it or not, but I squirreled badly. And so I never actually got around to playing Minecraft yesterday. And one of the things I know I need to do that's been opened up, ad starts in about 2.5 minutes. One of the things that has been opened up that I need to do is head over to the Holiday District and actually pull a Secret Santa name. But I will not do that on stream because there's a chance I might get someone's name who frequents the stream. So I don't want to have that leaked. And I also don't want to work on the project on stream. So there is an advantage to pulling back. But at least it means until Secret Santa project is over, you guys will probably still be getting a bunch of the day-to-day grind type content, simply because I need to be able to do things to move us forward at the same time as saving some time to get the Secret Santa project underway. This one. There we go. It's going down. Let's not race it to the ground, but we'll do that. One of the perks of doing it this way, it really is, if I had, what do you call it, allies helping me out, which probably I should have done, then they have a funny habit of pushing me off the pillar. I love them, but they push me off the pillar. So when they do so, by using the water route like this, then I actually have an opportunity to try and swim my way back up, because you're racing faster than the water can clear itself going down. So I have a chance to come back up before I run into problems. It doesn't always work, but it works more often than not. We'd probably be even better off doing this at a beacon point. It's a thing, I guess. I just hadn't really thought about putting out the beacon. Gets to be a bit of a rhythm after a while. It's just kind of soothing and annoying all at the same time. I found out about something I did not know the other day. Basically, suffice to say, there was someone talking about a design. Actually, no. Let me leave that one alone. It's a bit of a potentially contentious topic, so I'm just going to leave it alone. I don't mind talking about it a little bit in Discord if you guys are interested later on, but poke me in my Discord to talk about sunflowers. And we'll just leave it like that. I know that's not very helpful or forthcoming in content, like in what I was going to talk about, but yeah. Come on. Put one there. Let me up. I'm curious how far the water got to. I mean, given this style, I could actually have just left the water bucket up there and then take it down when we decide we've got enough. But the problem is, problem with doing that is that if I left it at the top, then the last round of whatever it is we're doing would not be as tall as everything else. And so I'd be below the water and not be able to pick it up. I don't know if you guys are hearing Oswin or not. Oh, never mind, you're not going to hear it. I just saw an error in the speaking bot that, yeah. It was supposed to say something, and it didn't, because it... Oh, I know what happened. My Google Cloud account, I think, that uses the AI voices, has officially expired and now I have to pay for it, which kind of sucks. And the result of that, I don't know exactly what the cost is going to be, but it does mean that we don't actually have a voice for Oswin at the moment. Because I was being cheap as part of the experimental phase. And it looks like I have to look into what that cost is going to be. I don't remember it being a ton, but I still have to look into it. Alrighty, well, now I know. Just before we get started, I'm going to switch him to a temporary voice. And it won't be great, it'll be very janky with a delay on it. But sometimes that's better than nothing. Okay, let's see. Do settings. Yeah. Okay, so temporarily, where are we here? Do I have control over that in the action? That's the thing. Maybe. Yep, there's a huge delay. Okay.
Ads are starting.
Huge delay.
Delenn will continue the conversation after the ads are over. Thank you for supporting the
Could
stream.
be just my monitor. Yep, could be my monitor. Because if things suddenly got fixed, then yeah, it's all good. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to the game, just deal with what we need to deal with, and we'll worry about all of that muck about sounds and whatnot later. This one, and back down we go. Yep, enjoy your dinner. Hopefully it's tasty. Hopefully it's tasty. It reminds me that I should probably actually bother to have lunch today. I often don't, but then the difficulty is unless I'm taking the medication, I also suddenly get like ridiculously ravenously snacky at about 3:30 or 4 o'clock. And that's no good either because then I tend to oversnack, even though I'm still hungry at dinner time. Yeah, it's not great. But being on the meds, I still hyperfocus and forget about the food altogether. And even when I know about it, I'm just not as hungry. So that's great from a management perspective, but not great from a general health balance perspective. Alright, so we have ballparking about 45 minutes left. Okay, made concrete. The label ongoing projects will be there for a while because I want to get this done and I want to get onto that glove. I hate the glove, no offense intended. Yes, it's meant as a villain character, but I still dislike the glove project. Why do I continue with it? Because I'm going to be annoyed with myself for not being able to push through. So yeah, there's that. But I will try and see how much of it I can get done off stream, in and amongst other things. Excuse me. Server restart in 15. Yee! Alright, what have we got? Let's see how far that takes us while the water comes down. And we'll see if we need to actually put any more in there. Like, do any more concrete? I'm pretty sure we will. But at least this placing will be a bit of variety. Can I get in here again? Perfect. Alright. Let's finish this spot. There we go. Now, I'm filling it solid partly because I can, and partly because it's mob resistant. Which I have a feeling we were getting pretty close to dark. So not a bad idea to fill it up. I really don't want a mob farm out here. I thought about it, quite literally, but I'd have to do so much blocking off to make it functional that there really wasn't much point. And only 45 blocks off the ground, that means that in a mob spawning sphere of 128, it's not going to be worth a hill of beans. I've already got a spider farm down in the mines area north of my base. So I've got stuff to do there as well. That's a because I can thing that I could finish off of, I shouldn't say off stream, but off of the season. So really what it would be is just marking it by lining the farm with different stones so that I know if I mine through to it, but I shouldn't be mining that far anyways. So yeah. I do not know what we're going to be doing on Monday. I know this is thinking way too far ahead past stream weekend. But I don't really know what we're going to be doing on Monday in addition to Lego Gift with Purchase Holiday Train, the Fantastic Fox snagged. It might be a relatively short build, so we could return to Tiny Glade. I'm enjoying it, but I'm not sure as far as showcase how much really there is to do there. So I might try and experience a bit more of maybe Astroneer, I guess? Maybe? I don't know. I haven't done that one on stream yet, because I haven't played it solo yet. So that might be an interesting one. There's nothing to say that I couldn't do Minecraft, but Mondays are meant to be my break from Minecraft, so that nobody goes crazy. So we'll just have to play that by ear a little bit. I did not clue in right now, or till just now, when my time slot is for stream weekend. That's going to be interesting. I mean, I thought about it earlier in stream, but until today. I don't have a problem stepping away, but when I step away, it happens to be right on top of my family's dinner hour, usually. So I'm hoping that they'll be okay with me doing that. Stream weekend was booked first, so, I live by FIFO if I can. First in, first out. We don't have to have the weekend we usually do. One of our sort of, I guess it's become a tradition now, things. When the kids were little, it was cute. Now it's just kind of because we do. But what we do is when we set up our Christmas tree for the family for the year and put on all the ornaments and whatever, we usually invite the grandparents. Because as I said, when our two kids were little, that was darn cute, and they always wanted to see the kids doing that. My brother and his wife don't do anything similar. Partly because they live, 3.5 hours away, but also partly because my brother's mother-in-law is an interesting individual and actually would probably introduce a little bit more chaos. Gently, lovingly, but introduce more chaos than they want to handle, whereas if they do it without inviting people over and just film it and then share little videos of the kids decorating the tree, then that's good for them. That's enough. We still do the tradition thing because sometimes it becomes a board game night or whatever, right? Like there's other things we can do. It's a way of kind of, I guess, getting people to stop for the season and to chill out a little bit. That's the idea in why we keep doing it, I suppose. Every year it's becoming one of those things where it's chaos and baggage and whatnot, who's going to host what. A good number of Americans that we know make a bigger deal out of American Thanksgiving in November than they do Christmas, not just our fine friend Dadcraft, but there are a number of people that do that, as far as I'm finding. And because Canadian Thanksgiving is in October, being North does that. I mean, I really wonder how Alaska deals with things. But anyway, because of that, then it's actually, Christmas does become a fairly big deal in Canada. So our house hosts Christmas, partly because we had the kids. Okay, we do need more. Partly because we've got our kids, but also partly because we currently have the largest house to host people who want to stay overnight and don't want to drive all the time. Which basically just means that, like, if it snows and has, you know, blizzard weather or something, then we don't have to worry about anybody driving in the bad weather, even across town. So, like, my mother-in-law usually comes and stays with us and so on. And this year, initially, it's understood we do Christmas. As soon as we said we would do Christmas, then that was left to its own devices. That was fine. The other two mothers were sorting out Christmas Eve and some of the major Christmas dinner pieces, because apparently our house doesn't have to do turkey. I don't understand that, but sure. So that's cool. You know, I'm not really bothered because I've done a turkey once. Twice, I guess, by myself. Once before I moved out and once after. But usually one of the mothers does it. So this year, my mother-in-law, so Fantastic Sherlock Fox's mother, initially said, hey, why don't we do Christmas Eve at my house? My mom happily jumped at that because she's hosted that part for quite a number of years. And then my mother-in-law also said, hey, and I'll do the turkey too. Then she realized she's a one, living on her own. Not that my dad helps my mom a whole lot, but anyway. But she decided that those two things together were just too much of a handful. Okay, fine. My mother actually owns basically the turkey equivalent of a crock pot. So it's designed as nothing else but an electric turkey roaster. So when my mother-in-law said, hey, can you pick something to take back onto your plate? It could be Christmas Eve, it could be the turkey, it could be both, it could be, whatever. It turned out that my mother, rather than taking the turkey job back, which somehow they managed to make into a multi-day process with a lot of involvement. I don't understand how that happens, but okay. My mother said she would take back hosting Christmas Eve. Fine, but it was just a weird, stressy foofara back and forth between the two of them. And I would not be surprised if there was a bit of a resignation in one's tone sort of part of the conversation. So, my goodness, I am glad I am not in their heads, because these ladies drive me batty. Most people have skeletons in their closet, and a lot of people have skeletons far worse than we do. But it's one of those ones where it's all a matter of perspective. So if you don't personally experience the world that others have to deal with, then yours can look awkward or awful by comparison. It's just exposure, right? So I am well aware there are far more in the world that have far worse situations. Within the limited purview of what I get exposed to, these guys are crazy. And I inherited my crazy. But I mean, still, it's just one of those things. So I would have, had it been me in that situation saying, hey, can you take one of these two back?
Hello?
Aside, hey, Blind Bugler, welcome on in. Aside from the social aspect, I mean, I'm an introvert. That part is a guarantee, and it's permanent. But I probably would have taken the turkey thing back, because we don't do dressing or stuffing inside the bird anymore for health reasons. I mean, really, I suppose that's always been a thing, but we used to do it inside the bird. It was just a whole lot of hassle. So we don't. That's actually my household's taking over the dressing. So my mother wouldn't have had to do it. And other than that, it's trust the bird. Maybe do a bit of a rub on the outside. Make sure it's cleaned out, obviously, and thawed and whatever. And then throw it in the roaster and call it a day. That's it. You check on it once, maybe twice on Christmas Day, you're done. And I don't even care if they bring the roaster when we come to open gifts in the morning, and just turn it on when necessary. I just don't understand why she picked the more complicated one. Because what usually happens when that's the case, and she's feeling socially burnt, that this whole thing becomes a huge recipe for baggage. So I'm nervous, to say the least. Whoa, whoops. Booey. That's not what I meant to do. Darn it. So anyway, we'll just have to see how it goes. Christmas Day, the other thing about us hosting is that Fantastic Sherlock Fox, poor guy, does a lot of the work. That's partly because I squirrel so much. Squirrel and distracted. I'm not great at helping things. If I have a do this step, then do that step, then do that step, which I found a tool that might help me more with that this year. He's done enough of these pieces for so many years that I might actually be underfoot if I tried to help, but we'll have to see how that works out. But anyhow, so I usually get stuck on the social front of things, which really drains my battery very fast. And so I can get a little edgy by the time dinner rolls around. I'm not the only one in my family that gets like that. My father does too, so it's part of the inherited behavior. I really don't want to become like him when I'm older, but, you know, sometimes you don't get a choice. But we're looking towards that part of it. Also, what I grew up with and what Fantastic Sherlock Fox wants to do, / I don't know if it's what he grew up with, maybe it is, I just can't remember at the moment. But we had a much, much simpler start to our day on Christmas morning than he ever does. And so every year there's always that conversation on, really? Do you need to go over top like that? Hey Mickey, how are you doing? Our server is just about to reboot any moment here and probably boot me off the top of this pile. There we go. Server restart in 1 minute. So we'll see how far down we can get before the server kicks us off. Yeah. So with Christmas, I mean, I like hosting because, for one thing, you don't... the nice part about it is when you've got 4 people worth of stuff, whether it be small stuff or big stuff, even gift cards or something like that, there's still, you know, packing it up is annoying. I grew up with that because we used to travel every year for Christmas when I was a kid. And long term, I loved it and I miss it. But short term, I can understand how my mother would find it a whole heck of a handful to be packing up everything for 4 people, both on the going side and on the coming back side. So I do not envy that. But one of the perks in that case to hosting is that you don't have to worry about, there we go, don't have to worry about all of that stuff. Okay, so let's do a quick, I'm going to refresh this, and I'm going to throw everybody a quick hydrate. That's a geek out switch. Not quite what I meant, but it works.
2, 4, 6, 8, everybody hydrate!
Hydrate. Hydrate. So I do need to do that. However, I'm a little short on water, so what I'm going to do is scarf down what I've got, grab a quick sip of coffee, and then go refill the water bottle and come right back. So we'll do a quick BRB. And in the meantime, where is this one? Hope that works. Or not. There we go. All right. So we're going to do a quick be right back, and I will see you in just a moment. Well, that was interesting. All right, let's go back to live and get this show on the road, I guess. Yeah, okay, well, we're back. So we refreshed and we're going to go in here. Oh. Give me a second here. Did we actually even get the hydrate? There we go. We did. Okay, all good. That's okay. Silly work calls. If nobody plays, nobody plays. I didn't warn you it was coming. Oh no, it's not going to be Rick Fox this time. So if anybody wants to be in on that fight, just type in !join. But I did not want to take away from the shutout for Motown Mickey. Definitely a wonderful streamer, and you should take as much time as you can to check in with them. Always one of the fantastic options. I say one needs to be double parked. If I am streaming, you should be double parked. You know, that's the way life goes. Excuse me. So when we get down to the bottom here, we have about 25 minutes left, approximately. I am really stiff today. You are very, very welcome to the shoutout. The button worked! Oh my goodness! I have far more buttons than I need, and the majority of them are not enabled half the time. Oh, fully. Perfect! Terry Darts is the champion. Excellent! With the fan finger. Wow. Gotta smack people around. Okay, Geek Out has changed. Pop Culture Party, we're looking at movies. Name 6 actors who starred in over 10 films. So we're talking A-list here. Now, being able to name 10 films that they've been in is not necessary. But I would say classic ones would work here. Oh, we have 2 more stacks and then we're done. So let's see if we get this one. Well, funny enough, that's actually the very first one I thought about. Tom Hanks would be another good one, I think. Usually the older ones is a good way of looking at it. Plenty of the Douglases. Michael Douglas is the one that comes to mind at the moment. We've got Clint Eastwood. Because I can think of probably about 7 that one's that he's been in. I mean, I guess if you want to say Vin Diesel, that's another one that works well. We're not limiting it to family-friendly actors, although obviously, obviously more Hollywood-style content. Bruce Willis, indeed. I am so bad at remembering names right now, it's not funny. At the moment, we're racing towards Gary Oldman. I'm trying to remember if Daniel Radcliffe has been in 10. I know he's been in 9, but I don't know if he's been in a 10th one. As in films. Sean Connery, for sure. Alan Rickman is the one I was thinking of. Wow. Terry Darts, you've been in my head. Yeah, he's been in far more, or Alan Rickman has been in far more than 10. Denzel Washington for sure. Sean Connery, yeah. Oh. I can picture people, and that's not helping, because I got pictures without names is not going to help anybody. Okay, so these 2, and then after that I need to make some more powder, which I think is going to be necessary, because this isn't going to get us very far. Yeah, there's 8 films like that. Well, exactly. I was thinking Robert Downey Jr. is one of those Marvel films, which means, of course, we've also got Hugh Jackman, because he's done the Wolverine stuff as... Oh, shoot. These don't go high enough anymore. He's done the Wolverine stuff as well as done, say, Les Mis, and been in a number of other really good ones. I think the poor guy did Brokeback Mountain. No, he didn't. But he had done stuff similar. Anyway. Samuel Jackson, yep. That's true. There's been a gazillion Star Wars movies in with other things he's done, like Snakes on Planes and so forth. Dwayne Johnson, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's done at least 10 by now. And not all of them involve him being crazy, but he's done, I think 3 Jumanji movies, I believe? We must be getting pretty close to Jack Black having done 10 by now. For better or worse. Harrison Ford, indeed. Indy alone has been 4 films. And Harrison Ford has played in at least 4 films for the Star Wars franchise. Yes, that's very, very true. A lot of people forget that. Mostly Westerns, oddly enough. Which also says that we've got John Wayne, who's done a bunch. Gabby Hayes has done at least 10. I need more torches. Put those up here. Oh, I can reach. There we go. I mean, I guess if you want to count, the era of serials, then we've had quite a lot of Westerns in that respect. Serials and military films was very much a lot of those sorts of people. Yes, you're right. It does, actually. I hadn't thought about that. The Back to the Future does reference Reagan's acting career. It's funny because so many people forget about that Ronald Reagan was an actor before he was the president of the U.S. And the reason I mention that people forget about it is because there were quite a lot of people that were poo-pooing the fact that Arnold Schwarzenegger was at one time elected as governor of California. And they're saying, great, an actor, he knows nothing about being able to do politics. And it's sort of funny to me because there was precedent. And there's also some that get into politics and you think that actually probably make a better actor than a politician. Harrison also did a few Tom Clancy films. Yes, he did. He did. I have a feeling, Harry Dirts, that he never stopped acting. But anyway, I'm not going to get into too many politics on this one. Just noting that, yeah, some of these people were actors prior to what they had done. That was kind of interesting. What else have we got? 10 films? Yeah. I mean, there's some real oldies that have passed already. For example, I am very certain that Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton have at least 10 apiece, if not more, under their belts. I only have a few that I like, but that doesn't mean that there weren't more. I mean, they're, the duo of Laurel and Hardy had plenty. Oh, well, we're in here now. I slept last round, so I don't have to worry about phantoms, so we'll just keep on going. Yeah, so we've got plenty. We've been in way more than 6. Now, if it had said 6 living actors who have been in more than 10 films, that could be a bit of a bigger challenge. I think we did make it anyways, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that they were all alive. 6 sitcom family last names. All right. sitcom. So we have, across the pond, we have the Bouquet family. We have Brown for Mrs. Brown's Boys. We have, on this side of the pond, we've got the Bensons. And Addams Family, Indeedity Do. Now, it doesn't have to be live action. It doesn't specify that, so I'm going to say Simpsons works for that one. And Griffin. Yeah, there's plenty. All right, so that was easy enough. We'll just roll it. Oh, okay, well, that's where I lose it. Now, I will go with performed by. It doesn't specify in the question, or in the seed. It doesn't specify, but I will take covers. I was never an American Idol watcher, so being honest, I have absolutely no idea. Also, we're talking to you. Yeah, I was never an American Idol watcher. I mean, I've watched clips, but I don't watch the show, nor did I watch The Voice. That one either. There was a time when I watched, what was it? America's Got Talent, and a little bit of via YouTube Britain's Got Talent, but I was never really glued to it past, oh geez, I don't know, half a dozen seasons, I guess. Well, I mean, yeah, exactly. So 2 songs by. The thing is, it's American Idol, but by not being just the talent challenge or talent stuff, then we often don't have as many, what do you call it? Songs that I would recognize. Because, I mean, on America's Got Talent, they have done to death the song Edge of Glory. And there's a bunch of other ones that have just been overused in my mind. I understand what people are trying to show. You know, this season, understandably, or this last couple of years, I guess, understandably, my YouTube is surfacing every single opportunity it can for people who've done covers of songs from the musical Wicked. Or the did you knows about the original Wizard of Oz movie that I supposedly did not know, according to YouTube. So, yeah. Those sorts of things are quite common. I do like the musical Wicked quite a lot. I will have to see the movie at some point. However, I'm not holding my breath on that one. I'm not an Ariana Grande fan, and I know I can't remember the third name she uses. Very true. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the individually of the 2 actresses who are in Wicked. Not against them in any way. I mean, I really like the story behind how much Ariana Grande really wanted to be in this film, which is good because some people were poo-pooing the casting choices based on racial reasons, and I have a real moral issue with that. But it didn't work. Like, as in, people didn't actually succeed in ruining people's lives over it. Ow. And I'm glad that I hit the ground as a distractor, because that was not the right thing to say. where I was going to try to go with that, had my brain actually worked, you know, was simply to say that anybody can play any role they want. So there kind of deal. But when it comes to that musical, I'm worried, truth be told, that I'm going to have the same sort of reaction I did to the most recent musical version of Les Mis, because I'm biased. I like Les Mis quite a lot. And it just didn't really work for me with the Eddie Redmayne version. He should stick to Fantastic Beasts in my mind, not singing about empty chairs and tables. It just did not resonate for me. 2. It's cheap. 1, 2, right? Yeah. Okay. Put this one up here. One more. 1, 2. Is this going to fit? Yes. Can I? I'm gonna need a bunch more, which is such a pain. Let's just do it one more time. Again, you know, as I do. And we're gonna push it right to the end just to try and get these dealt with. Okay. I want this clock over with so bad. Can you tell? It's more that I like it. I'm happy with how it turned out in the end. It's just that it's taking too long. You know. Okay, so we're going to roll the Geek Out question. Oh. We had this one the other day, so I'm going to re-roll it. Let's see. 2 live-action remakes of animated films. There you go. We can beat that. It probably was. Kelly Clarkson probably was on that one. The 2 live-action remakes of animated films. Now, I will say past and upcoming, because I know there's at least one upcoming one that some in the community are not too impressed with. Yep, there's a Little Mermaid for sure and for certain. Honestly, I can't remember who was in any of them. Yeah, Aladdin, The Lion King, and Jungle Book, exactly. So we've got 4 so far. We've also had Beauty and the Beast, because that one had Emma Watson from Harry Potter fame. What else have we got? Upcoming, where I was going with that silliness, was to note upcoming we have the live-action version of How to Train Your Dragon is coming. What I've seen so far looks to be like a direct shot-for-shot. Potentially improved simply because there are some motion elements in real life that are just difficult to get looking real when you do it in when you're doing it in CGI. There we go, computer animated. But my brain shouted reboot in the middle of that. I'm like, no, that has nothing to do with anything. But we've had a bunch. I'm glad you're okay with music. It's different. It's the Virtual World playlist, which of course just happens to be announced as I needed to say it. Works. Let's go this side, I guess. So tomorrow, maybe the glove, depending on how much of the trading and filling I get done. But on the weekend, yes, plenty of Peter Pans. Exactly. On the weekend, we will put up the stream weekend schedule just before we go. But I will be actually doing something a little different. True. Though I'm not sure if that would really qualify as a Disney remake. I don't think Disney's done one. Where am I here? Yeah, but on the weekend, we'll actually be doing something a little different. There's apparently a villager in one of my 2 cartographers inside the mansion who is offering up the map to a trial chamber. I will probably take a look maybe tomorrow, I guess. We'll see how far away this thing is. And, as in buy it tomorrow and just see. And if it's not too bad, then we'll do it all on the weekend, or try to start. And we'll spend most of the stream dealing with whatever comes in the beginner levels of trying to, I don't want to say clear is not the word, trying to manage and make our way through looting a trial chamber. I have no idea if it's going to be easy to find, hard to find, whatever. Oh, well, thank you, Mickey. I appreciate that. If you do and have any feedback whatsoever to leave, feel free to dump it in the Discord. You're always welcome to do so. It's a bit of a quiet place, so unlike some of the other Discords that I'm a part of, this one is unlikely. Oh, how did I end up? I'm not even sure how that worked. But this one is unlikely to be one of your more crazy busy ones. What did I? I don't know. Guess I dropped one and didn't notice. Oh, it's on the other side. Okay. Anyhow, all that to say that, yeah, if you've got any feedback, feel free to throw it in there. Thank you, Mickey. Sorry. I'm so unused to other people besides myself running those commands that sometimes I forget they exist. My stream definitely has a request in there for feedback, and that's in terms of anything you can possibly think of, from sound to, as in sound quality, through to content suggestions, through to things you do or don't like about the way the stream runs or looks or whatever. It needs an overhaul, basically. It's like, when you've got a car and you've had your car for 10 to 15 years, when you've got a car and you've had it for 10, 15 years or whatever, and yes, the car still runs, but it's got an awful lot of quirks, and some days it runs well and some days it runs terribly. And so what it really needs is a complete teardown and rebuild. Yeah, my stream's kind of like that. There was an update to the oh shoot, what did it stand for? Open Broadcasting Software, the OBS. I have not run that. I'm going to try and run that after stream and just see how it goes, so that if there's a lot of repairs to put together before I can stream tomorrow, I have time to do so. But that will be something that we'll be contending with as well, to see what sorts of quirks come out of it. I did not want to run that as soon as it came out, because that, for me, was in too close a proximity to the updates that we had on our server for Minecraft, preventing me from actually having all of the mods I liked, so I just recently got some back. Thanks, Mickey. I appreciate that. As you guys are well aware, some days I'm in a great mood and other days I can be pretty self-deprecating and then some. So that's another reason I decided to claw back on the timing a little bit, was hopefully being able... Oh, I guess I didn't pick it up last time. Hopefully being able to claw back some of that positivity. So yeah, that's where we're at. Whoa. Sorry. Can't look at the boys upside down. I don't know why, but that feels really weird. It's odd, because upside down, looking at the beetles art on the ground there, it's almost like I'm looking up their noses, and I'm not quite sure why I get that impression, nor why that would even bother me. But it just seems odd. So, I had to change it. I do have a lot of projects that are sort of half done. So, for example, you can see on this side, just above where I'm chopping, possibly, there's some weird little lines in the land, straight lines. And those are from where I was trying to mark out the area I want to cut down, like I did for the beetles art there, to flatten out and do another one. We have another Beatles art to work on. I want to do another one of these guys, so it is similar concept. But they'll be wearing the Sergeant Pepper outfits, and I just have to find a good screenshot, and then we'll go back through the same routine as we had before, where we go through all of the setup in terms of which website we're going to use and how we're going to convert it into the schematic layout on the ground and so on. The other thing I just was deciding is that it's very square when I do the art, which means that in this example that we had already, I cut off the edge of Paul's sleeve, and I've done the same sort of thing on the other side for John Lennon's sleeve. And I can leave it like that, which is what I had been doing up to this point. But now I'm kind of going, well, since I'm not doing map art or whatever with it, then I might as well just finish that off. And that part I'm just going to wing it from scratch, because that's not a big deal. But it's so low priority. Okay, so it's almost the top of the hour. Ah! Whoa, whoops. Okay, well. At the top of the hour, we're going to roll. One of the other things I've promised myself as part of being... I should say promised to me, but anyways, as part of being, more positive and trying to stroll? Stroll's not the word. Stretch some of the content, positivity. Hey! Wow. A little longer. I'm trying to cut all my streams back to approximately 2 hours. So the resulting effect of that is that although I would love to go longer and I will be playing longer, I do need to actually, do the whole cut and run thing just so that you can keep it on a high. So that includes the weeks that affects, the stream days that affects is Mondays, which were Lego days. Those will be a little bit flexy, just depending on how much Lego I have left in that particular set before the set's complete. But when it makes sense to be able to cut down to 2 hours, I will do so. And then Thursdays used to be 3 hours. I'm going to try and claw those back to 2 on a regular basis, because although I could go longer, I probably shouldn't. Yeah, it's just same sort of thing, right? Fridays. Well, long and short of it is also that there are some people we've talked about a little bit, where there's some other people in our stream teams and our community that also stream, and I don't like colliding with them. The collision actually is something that bums me out, so that's why you hear about it so much. And so by pulling back on Tuesdays and Fridays, I don't have that collision, nor do I have to get up and be live, sane, and positive, and all those things, basically on performance on the stage, for an hour earlier than I do the other days. So that's where all of that goes. Okay. Somehow, some way. Actually, you know what? This would be as good a spot as any, Yeah, okay. So here's kind of a kind of shot of what we did today. I want to say thank you to everybody who came by. I really do strongly appreciate it. I'm always spoiled when you guys come on through. Thank you very much, Mickey, for dropping by, because you're one of my favorite streamers to watch when I can, and just been, crazy busy or not in the right energy space to be able to handle it. So I want to spend more time watching more of my friends. We have some great people in the community, both, I'm in StreamCraft 73 team, so clearly I want to watch more of them, but I also want to watch a lot of the others that are in and around those people. And when I'm streaming, that doesn't mean that I have options to watch others. Deep breath, slowing it down. So let's see who's currently live. And if anyone has any recommendations, that would be appreciated. Being as it is, whatever day of the week it is, it's not Monday. I don't know. Tuesday? No. Whatever day is it? Wednesday. We're probably going to go over to Maribel Jade, I think. So I'm not entirely sure what she's up to, but usually it's a good time over there. She appears to be sporting the TB logo, so we're going to head out. And Mickey, I will be keeping my eyes peeled, so when I can find your stream, I will be there. Until then, I hope everybody has a great day, and let's get this raid started.
Mischief managed.
Was it now? That's a good question. All right. So, thank you very, very much to ITT Tom for bringing your raiders across it. Once again, it's always a treat, never expected. Thank you very, very much, Fantastic Sherlock Fox, for being our moderator today. And we had some good conversation from Fox, Tom, Bobbreen, Terrier Darts, Lass, Blind Bugler, Motown Mickey, and we're headed off to Maribel Jade. So, if emotes are your thing, feel free to grab them there from chat. Top, of course, is for subs. Bottom is for everybody. And until tomorrow, have yourselves a wonderful day. Bye-bye for now.
Transfer complete.